Hello, my testing 1 2 3. Hello, hello. Check, 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 check. Mic testing 1 2 3. Check, check. Hello, hello.
ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, done. Hello.
I seek permission of the Honorable Chief Justice to commend the event. Honorable Justice Shri Ritu Raj Awasthi, Chief Justice, High Court of Karnataka. Shri T.G. Shivashankar Gowda, Honorable Registrar General, High Court of Karnataka. Srimati Prabhavati M. Hiremat, Chief Judge, Court of Small Causes, Bengaluru. Shri C.M. Joshi, Principal City Civil and Sessions Judge, Bengaluru. Shri J.N. Subramanya, Principal District and Sessions Judge, Bengaluru Rural District. Srimati B.N. Sujata, District Judge, the President, Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association. Shri H.K. Umesh, Senior Civil Judge, General Secretary, State Judicial Officers Association. All other dignitaries who are present of the dais, brother and sister judicial officers who are present physically and virtually, a very good afternoon to all. This event is hosted to bid an affectionate farewell to the patron of our state judiciary, the Honorable Chief Justice of Karnataka, Shri Ritu Raj Awasthi, on the day of his Lordship's retirement. We, all the judicial officers of the state, are here physically and virtually present to express our gratitude through this event to the Honorable Chief Justice for his memorable stay in the High Court of Karnataka. To begin with the event, I request Shri Satish, Senior Civil Judge, to invoke the Almighty with his prayer.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ಎನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ನಾನೇಕೆ ಹಂಜಲಿ ನೀ ನನ್ನ ಹಂಬಲಿ, ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ಎನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಕೃತಕ ಬಂಗಾರ ಕ್ಷಣಿಕ, ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡಿವಾರವೇಕೆ. ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಕೃತಕ ಬಂಗಾರ ಕ್ಷಣಿಕ, ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡಿವಾರವೇಕೆ. ನೀನಿತ್ತ ಕಾಯ ನೀನಿತ್ತ ಕಾಯ, ನಿನ ಕೈಲಿ ಮಾಯ, ಆಗೋದು ಹೋಗೋದು ನಾ ಕಾಣೆನೆ. ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ಎನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ಮಾಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಮರದಡಿಯೇ ಹಿಟ್ಟರು, ನಾನಂತೂ ನಿನ ನನ್ನಲಾರೆ. ಮಾಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಮರದಡಿಯೇ ಹಿಟ್ಟರು, ನಾನಂತೂ ನಿನ ನನ್ನಲಾರೆ. ಸಾರಂಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾರಂಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ನೂರಾರು ಬಯಕೆ, ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಟು ಉಣಿಸೋದು ನಾ ಕಾಣೆನೆ. ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ಎನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ನಾನೇಕೆ ಹಂಜಲಿ ನೀ ನನ್ನ ಹಂಬಲಿ, ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ಎನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Srimati B.N. Sujata, District Judge, new President, Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, to give her welcome and farewell address.
As rightly pointed out by Divya Shri, I am the new President. Good afternoon to one and all. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, respected judicial officers, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. All of you know that we have assembled here to bid warm and affectionate farewell on behalf of Karnataka Judiciary to His Lordship, Hon'ble Shri Justice Ritu Raj Awasthi, Chief Justice of the Hon'ble High Court of Karnataka, as His Lordship is demitting his office on attaining the age of superannuation. As President of the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, I feel honored and privileged to welcome His Lordship to this felicitation function. On this occasion, I offer bouquet to His Lordship. I welcome respected T.G. Shivshankare Registrar General, Hon'ble High Court of Karnataka, Shri C.M. Joshi, Principal District and Sessions Judge, Bengaluru, Srimati Prabhavati Hiremat, Chief Judge, Court of Small Causes, Shri J.N. Subramania, Principal District and Sessions Judge, Bangalore Rural District, respected Shri Ramachandra D. Hudda, Director of Karnataka Judicial Academy, respected Shri Venkatesh Nayak, Principal Law Secretary, Government of Karnataka, respected Shri G. Basuraj, Principal Judge, Court of Small Causes, respected Shri K.S. Bharat, Registrar Vigilance, High Court of Karnataka. I also welcome the team of registrars of Honorable High Court of Karnataka, City Civil Court, my brother and sister officers, staff, police personnel, friends from print and electronic media. I also welcome Shri Anil Katti sir. He is present here to grace the occasion. His Lordship Hon'ble Shri Ritu Raj Awasthi assumed office on 18/10/2021 as Chief Justice of Honorable High Court of Karnataka when we were on the threshold of Navratri festival. Shri Madhuri Awasthi and late Shri R.N. Awasthi are the proud parents of His Lordship, and His Lordship was born on 3rd July 1960. His Lordship was graduated in law from Lucknow University in 1986 and got enrolled as an advocate on 1st February 1987. His Lordship practiced in civil and service matters and also dealt with educational matters before the Lucknow bench of Allahabad High Court. His Lordship was appointed as Assistant Solicitor General of India and functioned as such till his elevation as an additional judge of Allahabad High Court on 13th September 2009 and took oath of office as a permanent judge on 24th December 2010. Thereafter, His Lordship was appointed as Chief Justice of our Honorable High Court and took oath of office on 11th October 2021. His Lordship has decided 1,154 cases as Chief Justice of our High Court. His Lordship has taken various initiatives as Chief Justice of our High Court, and several e-Seva Kendras were established in various courts. His Lordship ensured installation of satellite clocks in the High Court of Karnataka to maintain uniformity of timings in the court halls. His Lordship has laid foundations for many judicial infrastructures and inaugurated several projects in district courts all over the state. His Lordship introduced cluster training program for the judicial officers in the state, which provides an opportunity to the judicial officers to obtain knowledge and to improve their skills. A good number of cases has been settled in Lok Adalat during the tenure of His Lordship as Patron-in-Chief. Silver Jubilee celebration of Karnataka State Legal Services Authority was celebrated during the tenure of His Lordship in the month of April 2022. During the tenure of His Lordship, at his guidance, the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association held biannual conference of judicial officers on 23rd and 24th of April 2022, which was a great success. During the tenure of His Lordship, more than 1,000 officials of the respective cadre in the High Court are promoted. 35 senior civil judge officers are promoted as district judges. 38 civil service officers are promoted as senior judges. 75 are selected as civil judges and their appointment is awaited. His Lordship has done great job to all the officers in one way or the other, and we are proud of it. Further, in August 2021, in a matter before the Allahabad High Court relating to the cleaning of river Ganga, the bench headed by His Lordship had said that the nation's future depended on the well-being of the river. All of us know the bench headed by His Lordship pronounced its verdict in the hijab case and after hearing extensive arguments for 11 days. In another verdict, the bench headed by His Lordship held that an Indian court can exercise jurisdiction to enforce an international commercial arbitral award rendered outside India between parties who have no connection to India in certain circumstances. His Lordship is happily married to Srimati Shruti Awasthi and is blessed with a son and daughter. His Lordship's son, Mr. Pavan Awasthi, is a practice. Daughter both are working in the corporate sectors. His Lordship has been a role model to all the judicial officers in the state. His Lordship is parting with us on attaining the age of superannuation. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of the Karnataka judiciary, bid His Lordship a warm and affectionate farewell. I wish His Lordship and his family good health and happiness in all the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Welcome you to the event. I must mention, even in the short period, that Karnataka State judicial officers are grateful, and with great gratitude, we thank the Chief Justice that he introduced the cluster training. It's been great success, and it is providing us an opportunity to improve our knowledge and skills. Thank you for introducing such a great program, my lord. In this moment, we also remember your unique judicial demeanor and concern towards upholding the dignity of the judiciary by various judgments, even during the short stay in High Court of Karnataka. Now I request our Honorable Chief Justice to kindly accept felicitation by the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association. On behalf of all the judicial officers of the state of Karnataka, I request the Honorable Registrar General, all the principal judges on the dais, to felicitate His Lordship by presenting a memento as a token of our love and respect. I also request Shri Venkatesh Nayak, Law Secretary, Shri Ramchandra Huddar, Director, Karnataka Judicial Academy, Shri Basavaraj, Chief Judge, Family Court, Shri K.S. Bharat Kumar, Registrar, Vigilance of High Court of Karnataka, Srimati B.N. Sujata, President, Vice President, General Secretary, Joint Secretary and Executive Committee members to join the presenting the memento to His Lordship. I thank all the dignitaries to felicitate His Lordship. Now, the City Civil Court Unit Bengaluru wishes to felicitate His Lordship. His Lordship is the Administrative Judge to the City Civil Court Bengaluru. I request Principal City Civil Judge C.M. Joshi Sir, Shri B. Jayant Kumar, Shri Nerle Veerbhadraya Bhavani, Shri K.L. Ashok to felicitate His Lordship on behalf of all the officers, Registrar of the City Civil Court Unit. Thank you, respected officers. Now, the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Cooperative Society is willing to felicitate the Lordship Chief Justice. I request the President and other office bearers of the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Cooperative Society to felicitate His Lordship. Thank you, sirs. Now the felicitation is by Subordinate Court Employees Association. The President and other office bearers are requested to felicitate His Lordship. It is by Subordinate Court Employees Association, Bengaluru. Thank you, sirs. At the end, it is the felicitation by Karnataka State Subordinate Courts Employees Credit Cooperative Society. The President and other office bearers of the society are requested to kindly come and felicitate His Lordship. Thanks one and all for the felicitation. We wholeheartedly thank and express our gratitude to His Lordship for accepting our felicitation and taking his valuable time to spend with us. Now I request Honorable Chief Justice Shri Ritu Raj Awasthi to kindly address and bless us.
President Srimati Sujata, Mr. Umesh, General Secretary of the office, and the other office bearers of Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, the learned unit heads of various judicial units at Bengaluru, Mr. C.M. Joshi, Principal Session Judge, City Civil Court, Bengaluru, Srimati Prabhavati, Chief Judge, Court of Small Causes, Mr. J.N. Surumania, Principal District Judge, Bengaluru Rural, Mr. Basav Raju, Principal Judge, Family Court, Bengaluru, Mr. R.D. Huddar, Director, Karnataka Judicial Academy, Mr. Venkatesh Nayak, Law Secretary, Government of Karnataka, Mr. Anil B. Katti, Retired District Judge, Bengaluru, the President of the Employees Association and other office bearers, the President and other office bearers of the Judicial Officers Cooperative Society, President and other office bearers of the Employees Cooperative Society, Good afternoon to all of you. Yalaregu Namaskara. I am thankful to all the members of the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association for organizing this farewell function for me. Judicial officers are all very close to my heart, and I consider all of you as members of my family. There is a reason behind this, and I may disclose today that the reason is that my father was a judicial officer and he retired as principal district judge in UP. So I have a very strong connection with the judicial officers, and wherever and whenever I got an opportunity to interact with them, I definitely come with amongst you and meet you and discuss your problems. During my short tenure as Chief Justice of Karnataka, I have visited many districts and had the opportunity to interact with judicial officers. The hospitality extended and courtesy shown by them is highly appreciable. They have made my stay comfortable, for which I am always indebted. I also had an occasion to address all of you during the Judicial Officers Conference in the month of April this year, where more than 1,000 of officers had gathered, and there were deliberations on important topics useful to the judicial officers. A judicial officer performs a pious duty in the service of justice. The standard of probity, conduct, and integrity of a judicial officer in discharge of his duties must be of a high standard. It has to be kept in mind that a person seeking justice has the first interaction and exposure to the justice delivery system at the level of district judiciary. It is absolutely necessary that the ordinary litigants' faith in judiciary is kept intact. Disciplined conduct is expected from the judicial officers. When we speak of disciplined conduct on the part of a judge, it means coming to the court at the appointed hour, orderly disposal of the cases listed before him, devotion to work, doing your duty honestly and to the best of your ability. In short, it means total integrity. As you all know, the judicial officer is expected to be much higher in expectation than the other officers of the other wings of the administration, and as such there is much more expectation from you all. As I earlier told you during the conference, a judicial officer should never compromise his judicial independence, and he should know the distinction between his judicial role and his role while interacting with concerned stakeholders while implementing the provisions of Legal Service Authorities Act. Judicial officers, while maintaining judicial independence, should also maintain discipline in life, develop good habit and outlook. It is very much necessary that you should have the discipline which should be reflected from your each and every act, your conduct, your behavior, your way of presenting yourself in the court as well as out of the court. The Karnataka State Judiciary has one of the best infrastructure in the country. Therefore, you must try to match your performance with it by increasing your disposals. When I came here, I found that there is less interaction between the judicial officers and the High Court. Therefore, in order to enhance the interaction, I introduced the cluster training program. This cluster training program is basically an opportunity for the judicial officers to interact with the judges in the High Court. This is in order to give a platform to you all to remove your doubts which may have crept in during your performance of judicial work on day to day. There are several confusions which come to mind when you discharge your judicial work, and in the textbooks you do not find answer to such questions. So it is better that you interact with each other and interact with the High Court judges and your seniors, and thereby remove the confusions. You cannot go in the public and discuss your problem. So this is an opportunity for you all to interact and remove your doubts, confusions, and I will request all of you to wholeheartedly and actively participate in this cluster training programs. Don't hesitate in asking the questions. Unless you will ask the questions, unless you will come out, the people will not know as to what is there in your mind, what is the confusion, and it is always better to remove the confusion at the earliest. So it is better to use maximum possible opportunity in these cluster training programs. Majority of the judicial officers have been performing well in discharging their duties. Karnataka judiciary has been performing well in Lok Adalats also. This good work needs to be continued in the coming Lok Adalats. Though you are rendering valuable services in the administration of justice, there is further scope for greater achievements. You have to strive hard in order to live up to the expectation of the consumers of justice and render speedy and qualitative justice. I thank the organizers for providing me an opportunity to come here and interact and meet you all before I hand over my reign to the other senior most judge here in the High Court. And I thank you all for being here, and once again I wish you all a very best in your life, and you may achieve much higher heights in your career. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lord, for your valuable words, guidance, and advice. We, all the judicial officers of the state, wish your lordship a healthy and happy retired life. Now I request Shri H.K. Umesh, General Secretary, Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, to propose vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to one and all. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. We are grateful to our Honorable Chief Justice Ritu Raj Awasthi for accepting our invitation and felicitation, which is the love and affection of all the judicial officers of state of Karnataka. On behalf of all the judicial officers of the state and Karnataka Judicial Officers Association, I thank our Honorable Chief Justice. Thank you, my Lord, for giving your valuable time. On behalf of Karnataka Judicial Officers Association, we also thank Sri T.G. Shivashankar, Honorable Registrar General, High Court of Karnataka, for grace the occasion. Thank you, sir. On behalf of Association, we also thank Honorable Sri C.M. Joshi, sir, Honorable Srimati Prabhavati Hiremat, Madam, Honorable Sri J.N. Subramanya, for making this event successful with your presence, sir. I also thank Honorable Registrar Vigilance and other Honorable Registrars and Honorable High Court of Karnataka for your presence. and support. I also thank Honorable Uddar Sir, Director, Judicial Academy, and Sri Venkatesh Nayak Sir, Honorable Principal Law Secretary, Government of Karnataka, and Sri Basuraj Sir, Honorable Chief Family Court, and other senior district judges of the state and present here. And also thank honorable other district judges and civil judges and junior division judges. I also thank our President Srimati Sujata and Vice President, Treasurer and all other executive committee members for making this event successful. I also thank all the judicial officers of the state in making this event successful with your presence physically and virtually. I also thank on the Registry of City Civil Court and his team for providing us the conference hall and for this arrangement. I also thank Deepak and team and photographers on successful live streaming of this program. I also thank all the staff members and all others who have helped us directly and indirectly for their valuable assistance. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now the time is for photo sessions. I request all the office bearers and executive committee members of Karnataka State Judicial Officers to join the photo sessions. I request judicial officers not to leave the hall until the dignitaries disperse. Thank you all.